Hey, good evening, everybody. This is Dan from South Texas. Just sitting back tonight, have a little fire going. It's a little chilly outside. Beautiful night, clear skies, just a little chilly. Have my Dagner pipe here, smoking some Sutliff, I think Christmas Spice. I don't know if you guys keep up with it, but Mutton Chop Piper, he does the tobacco monthly reviews, and I've been doing that with him this year. I thought I'd give it a shot. So this is actually my first bowl of this, testing it out. It's actually not too bad so far, but we'll see how it goes. I have to get a couple more bowls in. Now, I'm new to this whole channel, and my content's really new. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not 100% sure what type of content I'm going to be giving to y'all all the time, and what consistency as well. Give you a little background about myself. It's kind of like a little intro. I've been doing a couple VRs just to kind of get my name out there a little bit, but well, I mean, I'm a dad, 3 kids. Right now we are actually in the process of the beginning stages of building our home, not too far away from where I'm renting right now. But yeah, I'm a general manager of a Quick Lube here at in San Benito, Texas. In case you guys want to look me up, we're on Facebook. The name of the place is Lube Masters. Like I said, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. We got a couple different platforms there. You can Google us. But yeah, so I like to fish, like to hunt. I go to church. I'm a deacon in our church. Yeah, so like I said, I'm a bit of everything. I used to have a construction company, did that for a little while. Going back a couple of years, I did lawn care. I'm a do-it-yourselfer type of guy. If I can't do it, it's going to be hard for me to pay somebody else to do it. But yeah, so like I said, the content, it's going to be definitely a little bit about pipes. So like I said, I'm new to this. I've been smoking a pipe for about a year and a couple of months now. Not sure what kind of content I'll give you on that. There's a lot of content out there with people, with reviews and a lot of different pipes, and I'll just kind of give you my experiences. I guess that's about it. A little different possibly, but there might be some stuff about fishing, might be some stuff about hunting, might be some stuff about automotive. I'm a bit of a gearhead myself. I have we've had a family car that's been in the family for a while. It's a 1978 Datsun 280Z. But we've tricked it out a little bit. We've taken out the engine and put a LT1 in it, did some stuff with the transmission, computers, and all kinds of different things. But anyway, maybe that'll be a different video. Also, kind of want to tie this into a VR for Traveling Mike as well. Wanted to post some content there. That might be a little bit later on. I don't want to make this video too long, but I thought I'd just kind of give an intro to myself. We're Traveling Mike. I think that if I can remember this, if not, I might have to cut out this side of the video, but he wanted a quote, and I think he also wanted a story. And to give you the story, I'm going to have to kind of give you a little background myself. Like I said before, I'm a deacon in the church, and we do a lot of missionary work. We go overseas, and we do stuff locally too. I'm in deep South Texas, right on the border of Mexico here by Brownsville. And so we do a lot of border ministries as well, where we go across the border to Mexico and do some stuff out there. And also in our community around us. But let's see, about I think this was 4 years ago. We went out to, opportunity came up to go out to Nepal to serve. They had some devastating earthquakes out there that destroyed little villages and towns and killed hundreds of people. So we had the opportunity to go out there. Like I said, we're part of a disaster relief ministry. So we went out to Nepal. And we flew out there, arrived, checked into our place of residence where we're going to stay at, Basically, somebody had opened up their house to us. That was inside the city of Kathmandu, and yeah, so we hunkered down there. Kind of got all our gear together because the places we were going to go to were high up in the mountains near Kathmandu. Um, it's kind of rural areas where it's really hard to get to. I think that's 30% of the time you can get to it by vehicle, depending on the conditions. But over there, it's in the mountain areas. It's kind of monsoon all the time, so the roads are constantly washing out. A lot of times, you just have to hike it, which was the case for us. We were there in monsoon season where it was raining all the time. So they take us as far as we can go by vehicle, and you're talking kind of little Jeep-looking things. I'm not exactly sure what they were. They were little diesel engines, small diesel engines, but they took us up there, up to basically the foothills. Took off all our gear. Then we started trekking up this mountain, basically, and it started off as a little road, and then it kind of got into a little like goat pass. I mean, it's really interesting. I mean, there's like 6 inches to walk on sometimes. Cascading against this mountain. There was a mudslide that had happened prior to us going, a pretty big one. It just closed down this whole road, and you had to walk across basically this mudslide. It had dried out a little bit, but they hadn't had any machinery to go up there and clear it out. So we're going on this mudslide. There's 4 of us, and it's very tricky because I don't know if anybody knows, but mudslides are, if you start something there, it'll just go and it'll take you with it. But you're talking about an angle, a sharp angle with a little bit of a pitch just to kind of walk on. You make a wrong step, you're going down, and it was a long way down. Anyway, our group, we got across that, and we basically trekked the whole day to get up to this one little town up at the very, very top. We started the day off, I think, at 6 or 7 in the morning, and we didn't get there about 7 or 8 of the evening. Mind you, this is with them not even knowing we're going to their little village, because there's no communication, there's nothing up there. They don't know. They knew a group was coming, they didn't know when exactly. They didn't know if it was this month, next month, or anything. So we show up unannounced, basically. We get there. We show up unannounced at about 7 or 8, and our group is just exhausted. We're tired. It was raining while we were going up there, so we're soaking wet. Our boots are soaking wet. A lot of the guys, this is the first experience doing any kind of really heavy trekking or anything like that, so their feet are kind of worn out, and some of them started blistering up. And so we show up, and this one family, I'm guessing with the biggest house, well, we say house, for them it's a house. Here in the States, would be a shack for the most part. You had a room probably by 8 feet, maybe by 12 feet, and had just laminate, well, I say laminate, but just a metal roof on top, and kind of looked like maybe like left over some pallets for walls and stuff. I mean, you can see right through it. It's not holding any weather in and out, weather in or out, basically. But what little they had, they gave to us. They said, "Here, take our little place." They gave us that room, and there was 6 of us in total. And the beds were basically a foot off the ground, a piece of wood, and then your cover, and that was it. That's what they had, and that's what they slept with. And it's just very humbling going out there and experiencing this, and what little they have is really given to us. And I'll tell you, they started up, they made us some hot tea, and just try to get us as comfortable as possible, which they didn't have to. I mean, we were just happy to be somewhere where there was a roof over our head, where the rain wasn't hitting us. And mind you, it's cold there, so we're just shriveled, shaking really bad, and they get a fire going for us and stuff. So we, as a group, we get together, and once we get kind of warmed up and get some fluids in our system, hot fluids in our system, we pray, and we just kind of ask for God's guidance with us and what He wants us to do, and how He wants us to minister to the people, and how we can help, because we went out there to help rebuild what they had lost. That's our primary goal. Our primary goal was, of course, to spread the gospel, but secondary was definitely to help these people in an actual, tangible, physical way. And so the next day we wake up, and we go and assess the damages and kind of look at the village that was there. And we went to this one place where there was a church where they would meet at. We actually had a little bit of a Christian community there. And when the earthquake hit, it was when they were in service, and the roof fell down on them and collapsed on them, and several people lost their lives in that one location. And it's just interesting to see that even though devastation had happened, these people were still active and still worshiping God, and a lot lot of people would lose faith at that point and walk away sometimes. And some, I think that one or two of those members did, but a lot of them stayed true. And so we started to clear the rubble, and kind of put things away, and order material that we needed to rebuild some of these structures, some more tin for the roofs, and just things like that. Just get things going for them. We had heard that because of all the rain that day, that the next morning we woke up, that there had been an additional 30 landslides on that road that we were traveling. And it sounded like they started happening while we were traveling up on the mountain. And as we were traveling up the mountain the day before, we were feeling some like trembles and stuff like that. But the guys that we had, they said, "Oh, that's normal. We have little shakes all the time, and it's just normal out here. You got to get used to it." But yeah, so the next day there was 30 landslides that covered the road, blocked us. We had planned to be there for 2 days and then go back and come back up. But because of those landslides, it kept us there for a while. If we had gone a day later, we wouldn't have made it up. If we had gone a couple hours later than we initially wanted to start out with, we might have been hit by one of those landslides, or at least delayed. So I think God had a purpose there, and a way for us to get there, and He intended us to stay. So we stayed for, I think it was 4 days before they even got anything cleared out to walk back. And it was an experience. And we went back a couple of days later after the first initial, and we rebuilt about 30 different, we did new structures, 30 different structures for 30 different families. Some land was given to help rebuild the church as well. And it was just a great blessing, and a great experience to be out there, and to share the gospel, and to see God working, and just to see the people and how willing, for what little they had, to just give freely. Being that we're Americans, and we have much. I mean, we're wealthy. The poorest of us are really wealthy and blessed. It's great to be in America, I tell you. But yeah, that's my VR traveling mark right there. Also, I guess a quote. I guess I'm going to keep a scripture as well. One of my scriptures that I like is Joshua 1:9. It's kind of a commandment that most people don't even think about. It says, "For have I not commanded you to be strong and of good courage? Don't be afraid. Don't be dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with you wherever you go." And I hold true to that verse, and that verse has brought me through a lot. There's a lot of stories. I've been a lot of places, and maybe I'll make some VRs of that later. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video, or maybe not that quick anymore. We're going on 15 minutes here. And just say that I'll be putting content out. I'm not sure exactly what it'll be, but I'm glad to see that there's a community out there that supports. I've got a lot of support already, starting off Mel Harris. He's been open, and Billy Schmock, and Eric's Random World. There's a lot of people out there. Traveling the Mic, I'm new to your channel. So yeah, I'm happy to be here, and I'll be putting content out. And if you like what you see, you like what you hear, appreciate the subs. All right, God bless, and you guys have a good one. Bye.